everyone. My name is Swati Soni. I'm a product manager by profession and I love creating functional pieces of software. So, today we are going to learn how to dynamically update or populate Google Form choices in a question based on the form responses itself. Okay, and the use case that we are going to tackle today is if any option is selected for more than 25 times, it should disappear. Right, so this is my option submission form submission, and I'm going to submit option A here. Let's see. Submit another response. Submit. Okay. I'm not going to do it 25 times, right? Okay. So you can see here that the option A has disappeared. So let's see how do we create this. So we go to Google Forms and we create a form. Currently, this one has only one question, select a group. You don't have to actually add the options. We go to the responses. You can see A has been submitted 25 times and that is why it disappeared. So we go to the linked spreadsheet. We're going to do this using appscript. Okay. So these are the form responses. So we'll create another sheet. So these are the 4 form responses and these are the counts. So this is basically just a count function for the options. What I'm going to do here is to actually first create a named range. Oh, actually, okay. I'm calling it group count. Make sure that you select only the options and the count. Don't select the header. Okay. Done. Now we'll go to appscript from the extensions. This is my script. So first we will get the form and the spreadsheet data in the appscripts. And for that we're going to use open by ID. So this is my spreadsheet ID and this is my form ID. You can get this spreadsheet ID from URL here. Similarly, you can get the form ID also from the URL. So copy these two, go to your script and create these two variables. Now using this open by ID, I'm getting the form and the spreadsheet data here. Now I start the main function. The first step that we need to do here is to get the values from the named range, which we named as group count. So using the get range by name function, we get the values. It has 2 columns, right? First column is your options and second column is your count. So I'm going to filter this based on the second column where the value is less than 25. Here you can use whatever criteria that suits you based on your requirement. Now the next step is to get from those that filtered values only the first column, which actually has my options. So now in the first column values, we should basically have only the filtered values. So let's check whether it is correct, it's working or not. I'll run this function. And we can see we are getting only B, C, and D because A is already 25. Great. So now the next step is to go to the form and update these values. Here I'm creating a variable title, which is the question whose options you want to update. So the name of the question is select a group. So whatever is the question you have, put it here in the variable. And then we will call this function update dropdown. We pass on the title, that is the question, and we pass on the filtered values. Now we get to the function. Here in the function, we have to now find the item in the form which corresponds to this particular title or this particular question. For that, we find all the form items We find the titles of all the items using item.getTitle function. We find the position of the particular title, our title in the titles, and use that position to find our item. Now to check whether it is correct or not, I will log the item.get the title using item.getTitle to see whether we have found the correct item in the form. Okay, so we can see we have found the correct title. That means my item is correct. So now the next step is simply to set these values, filtered values that we did in the first step in this item. So we use item dot as multiple choice item dot set choices. Now the values is actually an array and we need to convert it to a multiple choice item. So we use this function dot as multiple choice item dot create choice to convert the array to the multiple choice items. Now here you can actually, if you have something else, so let me show you. If you have a list item instead of, if you have a drop down, that is a list item, if you have a multiple choice item, or if you have a date time, or if you have a checkbox item. So whatever item you want to set, use that particular function both to convert and to set, right? Now we save this and we run it. We can see that we have these three options. Going back to my script, so we are not going to run this function every time, right? So we need to make sure this script is run every time a form is submitted by anybody. So for that, we will create a trigger. So we'll go to triggers. You can click on add trigger. I've already created a trigger, so I'll show you. So the function that is going to be run is the main function. The source is spreadsheet and the event type is on form submit. So you save it and there you go. So what I'm going to do is I have created a document for this particular script and I'll be sharing the links in the description for the form for the spreadsheet and also the document for the app script, and you can use it, you can download it and use it for your own requirement and change it accordingly. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, please like, comment or subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want me to create any such videos for spreadsheet automation, app scripts or form automation. Thank you.